My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be going with the Bug Knight again. Yes, Ascension 1. I'm still learning the character. I'm still exploring the character as well. Enemies in the next 3 combats have 1 HP. I do like that, but I don't like it with these paths. Starting with a curse and 100 and 250 gold might actually be the best thing that I can do here. Curse we picked up was Delirium. At the end of your turn, you gain Confusion for 1 round. Yeah, we've got to beeline to this shop and get that out of the deck. That is a no bueno. Good first turn there for us, though. Yeah, it took me a really long time to realize this character is drawing an extra card every single turn. Like, an embarrassingly long period of time. At least I have it now, though, so I know that they are far more capable of doing combo builds than other characters might necessarily. Defender's Aura. This is an ally build card. Gains 10 block whenever an enemy attacks you this turn. Apply 2 poison to them. Upgrades to 15. 15 block on a 2 card is fine. Not many enemies multi-attack you, though, so I'll take it. I'll take it and assess over the course of the rest of the fights how much it served me. Because 2 poison is only 3 damage to an enemy, and that's even over a couple turns. So that set up the frontliners so that they would never be a problem again, because they'd attack 2 turns in a row, which meant that I knew they weren't attacking the next turn afterwards. They can't use the same attack 3 times in a row. Ally spell? No. I think I pass. Alright, hopefully we get something definitional here. Well, there's a big argument for going Apotheosis Zote's Magnificence right now. It's also another ally type card. Fine. Fine. I really wanted to get certain Delirium out of my deck, but this will have to do. Apotheosis, and gosh, I wish I could defend right now. Sorry, but we had none of those in hand. And now, we just insta-kill. Soul Shaman, Coiled Nail, and Channel Nail. I don't know about any of those. Okay, at least this will give us time to do setup. And start cycling through the simple focuses as well. Never mind, I'm not doing setup. There's no way I'm allowing Zote's Magnificence to affect me while I'm fighting the enemy. Okay. At least I keep constantly pogo striking through these Deliriums. That feels pretty good. Alright. Big defender, single nail strike. And we could clear this over the course of the... probably should have thrown out the nail strike first there. It's my bad. Looks like we'll still clear it, though. Got him. Tiger Marble. At the start of each combat, add a random card to your hand, which exhausts when played, and it costs 0 until then. No. We're still very much an ally, kind of like big card deck right now. I don't really know what archetype big card is going to be. Like, that's Snecko, if it's an archetype. Why is my opening hand constantly so garbage? Yeah, I'm going to Flex Potion to save myself the HP here. rough. Cloak dash, definitely. It'll get us to our Apotheosis, and if it gets hit by Apotheosis, it's incredible. So, yes. Another Gremlin Knob. Oh, Apotheosis. Nice of you to turn up. If only I could get Focus Nail out this turn, that would actually be really good. Or Channel Nail, rather. Defender's Aura is actually efficient enough to use in this combat. Single, very large defensive cards can actually be worth using in specifically the Gremlin Knob combat. Alright. Zote plus a normal attack this floor. Come on, Zote me. We got Zote, but Zote costs extra. That's really rough. Thankfully, we actually have lethal anyway. Whew. Pondfish Scales. Whenever you play a skill that does not give you block, gain 2 block. There are a lot of ally skills that don't give you block. Ally infected. No. Soul Eater. No. High Blood. No. I think we skip all of those as well. Wasp Nest. Ooh. You can get real powerful off of this relic. Each time you lose HP in combat, gain 2 thorns. So if you can curate the way that you lose HP, you can really get off to a fast race there. I will lose Delirium here because that confusion for a round can be really, really damaging. All right. Apotheosis. Then I'm going to Quick Dash. I'll also Hive Blood. So now I've got some Thorns up, and I'm healing 7, and then 6, and then 5, and etc. Using that etc. It's doing a heavy lift there to make sure that you don't know that I can't count. Probably could have slow played that actually and gotten more HP out of it. Norma certainly should have. Nothing there for us though. Boulder Shell. Whenever you gain focus, gain 5 block, upgrades to become innate, and Pure Nail Strike Focus X deals 9 damage, deals 3 additional damage for each soul spent, upgrades to 5. Sorry if I've been missing a couple of cards. It's my apologies. Yeah, randomized effects generating these Snecko cards is weird. Like, they get generated with a question mark, and you don't know what they're going to be cast for. It has refund 1, though, so... What? So I gained 6 block, I gained no shielding, although it did spend my energy, and it didn't refund anything. The fact that randomized effects can't correctly create shield and strike is like a real problem. It's something I encounter like maybe every other run playing with Replay the Spire at the moment. Cloak and Defenders, then go for an attack. Cloak and Defenders, yeah. Well, Defender's Cloak. I'll throw out a Nail Strike before I Pogo Strike here because I do want more strikes in the next shuffle. Sadly, I immediately lost that Nail Strike though. Ouch. At least I'll have more Thorns.
Man.
Yeah, I'll just have both of those down this turn if you don't mind. As well as a little bit more Thorns. Alright, Sentry. I'm afraid to say that I must take the courier from you. The merchant resource car, relics, and potions, and all prices decreased by 20%. As well as new. Strong no again right there. Finally, we can get the Apotheosis upgrade, so we get to save the extra energy on that. Gremlin Knob gets extra HP here. Ooh, Dark Shackles. Is that worth? I think Dark Shackles might be worth keeping. Cycling back to that is pretty actually good. I'm also not going to use Cloak Dash because that's actually something I would cast if I drew it. Fine. Should be able to kill with just 2 strikes in the next turn. And that'll do it. Much simpler than it seemed it would have been. So this is Void 1, return a Void card from the exhaust pile to your hand. Upgrades to return 2 Void cards. Like none. Pale Kings is a little bit of HP. I mean, the Infection, I could use the Infection to deal damage to myself and then have the Wasp Thorns go off. Like that. But then I have to find a bunch of ways to heal myself. So then do I take Pale Kings and then start taking Infection? I think so. I think that's the way that I benefit from Wasp Nest. I can dig for a relic here, which is almost certainly it. Yeah. Garlic. At the start of each combat, apply 3 languid to all enemies. Thankfully, this enemy is always languid. Or already languid, rather. Secret technique pulls Apotheosis, obviously. Kidding me if you think there was anything else that was even possible. Once upon a time in a magical grove, we encountered something. What's left in the deck? Yikes. We encountered something heartless. These enemies are probably the easiest for us to deal with. Oh, right. I should have just played Pale King's Blessing there. That's my bad. Got a copy of Doubt to my pile. Sure. I don't really use that much strength. Kunai could actually be pretty effective for us, so happy to have it. Yeah. Just play that one out. Damn it, I denied myself another card in hand. If I only had another strike, I would have been able to kill that enemy. I'll hang in the mushrooms, because even if I took the 9 damage there, I wouldn't have been hit. Wouldn't have triggered the Wasp Thorns. Wasp Nest. Okay. I'll start setting up on killing the False Fungi Beast. I probably want to care about that before the False Sentry as well. Add a regret to your draw pile, so we'll draw that in the next hand? Yeah. That's good. That's going to be my first Thorns. I also got another Kunai. Huh. I didn't know that Relics could stack in this combat. Interesting. I really better get to playing 3 attacks in a single turn then. One, 2, and that's right, a 3rd attack. What? You only gave me 1 point of dex, though. Kunai, if you play 1 more attack this turn, gain 2 dex. What? So the Kunai says, if you play 1 more attack this turn, gain 2 dex. I played 3 attacks. I was given 2 Kunais. I got 1 dex. I guess when they stack, there's an offset between them? That doesn't make sense, though. It should reset every turn. I don't know what's happening here. I admit, not a clue. Yep, I'll lose that 12 HP and get all those bites. Yikes. Again, I was very hopeful that I was going to get 3 attacks in that hand. Oh well. Hexed, because there's a lot more bites left in my deck. Yep. Figured they had to be somewhere. Play 1 more attack this turn to gain 2 dex. Fine, I'll play it. And I didn't even get dex that time! So the Kunai, when they stack in the Storyteller combat, the Kunai doesn't necessarily function as typical. Take the 14 so that I get more thorns. I think I have, like, ultimately decided here that I'm just going to be straight up smorking the enemies until the end of this combat. Take the 14. And we've got it. Beautiful. So hopefully I find a good infection card soon. Ooh. Ooh, that's Midwife's Hunger though. I have allies in there. And I do intend to add more. Sure. Yikes. These can be pretty bad though. You can no longer smith at rest sites is pretty sad, especially considering that, you know, Pale King's Blessing goes down to 1 cost. Oh no, wait, never mind. I have an Apotheosis in the deck. I'm gonna take the Fusion Hammer here, actually. Yeah, you still do need to occasionally upgrade things that become innate, things that you play as soon as you draw them, even if you haven't got your Apotheosis yet, that kind of thing. Draw cards as well. But if we keep the deck thin enough, then that's not going to be too much of a problem for us. And the other relics proposed pretty severe penalties. Yeah, I will never have 4 infections. So that Infected Guardian is going to be useless for us. So this is now 2 damage 4 times. So it's only 8. So yeah, this definitely wants me to add more. Ooh. Gotta remember that Zotes has to happen before you gain block. Very important to remember that simple order. That's another Cloak Dash. You just take those, right? Is there any reason to divert from that right now? Ally ship or no? Nothing influential. So if I did anything here, it'd be Zotes, Pogo, Defender's Nail. I'm fine with that. I don't need to wait for Apotheosis before I can play Zotes, especially. Midwife's Hunger is going to become so much stronger if we get some extra strength in this deck, but also so much stronger if we get just a couple more allies in here. Like, currently, it gets better faster with strength than it does with allies, and soon it will get better faster with allies. Literally, just how many allies do I have and how many strength? How much strength do I have, right? So we start effectively with 2 strength. And this is an ally and it counts itself, so we start effectively with 1 ally. But we have 4 allies and 2 strength. So yeah, we need 2 more points of strength, and then it could be strength or ally, and then from there on out, it continues in that kind of fashion. It's neat. Could actually be a whole build. Just balancing those 2. If I can get most of my defense down... Ooh, I can. Lovely. So I get most of my defense down, and then I start breaking through the armor there, and then I midwifes, hitting only the plated armor. Lovely. Shield Parasite has a bit of difficulty dealing with all of that. No, none of these for us. Swift Potion? Probably better than Elixir for us at this point. Definitely better than Elixir for us at this point. Alright, let's hit the shop. Ooh, Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power card, a random card in hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. Well, we don't actually have anything that works with that right now. You could get 2 squirrels. That's 2 allies right now. Maybe I take that. Weakening enemies is also pretty good because then I can still let them hit me and it's fine. I would take that. Do I take Incense Burner here as well? Incense Burner is really quite powerful. That said... Oh, no, I am going to be adding more allies to the deck. Allies typically make the deck more aggressive than defensive. So I think I will be able to find usage in Incense Burner. The only other thing is that Mummified Hand, there are a couple of powers that influence or are influenced by allies. Actually, I can only think of one, Elderbugs. But Elderbugs is really important for this style of deck. No, I don't take Mummified Hand based on that. Catches a strike. Sure. I'll go for this fight. Probably using the Lifeblood Potion here. Infected Cysts. Deal 10 damage and apply 4 poison to all enemies. Sure, I'll do that right now. And then I've got Palekin's Blessing in the deck for later. That was 7 damage to a random enemy, and then it weakened a random enemy. Not necessarily the same enemy. I guess in this case, definitely not the same enemy. Just trying to set this up so I take the least damage next turn. I gotta draw those. Finally, we got to the Apotheosis. That's all I was waiting for. Oh, finally. Red Mask as well as Infected Cysts. There we go. I wish it was an ally as well, by the way, but... So I'm kind of trying to run Ally Infection as a deck right now. All right. Let's see if we can do it. This has retained. Beautiful. So actually, we'll just hold that right now. Underserves us a decent amount on this turn. So now we can go ham with damage. Well, I think I still probably save Private Reserves for another turn. Yeah, I'm gonna Squirrel and then Zote. Hold Private Reserves, and I am looking to have it help us draw into lethal this turn. That's fine. We don't get that. But we do get Infected Cysts, Defender's Aura, and then a Giant Defense. Beautiful. So Pale Kings is working-ish. It's fine-ish. It's just not necessary at all. Rest sites do nothing for us right now, so may as well hunt a bunch of elites. Descending Dark and Infected Cyst could be pretty good here. I'll Midwives and Pale Kings. Yeah, I'm just gonna burn Pale Kings out of the deck now. I don't want to draw back into that. Yikes. At least we have the weakness to throw out on the enemy here. Might throw it next. No, it's fine. Let's go for the full defense. Well. Oh, wait, it was full defense. Lovely. Finally, we get to Zote's Magnificence. Just an empty target on a board where nothing's happening. Lovely. Unfortunately, all of my squirrels aren't going to be able to do anything in particular here. Yikes. That's 12. Yeah, I'm short on damage if I use those two unless Squirrels hits the right target. That sucks. Fine. I'll use the Lifeblood this turn then. Hopefully I get a heal out before we have to leave. Yeah, it looks like I can pretty much guarantee a heal out before we leave then. Got him. And we've also got the Incense Burner ready for the next combat. Rubber Ducky, whenever you play a power, gain shielding up to 3 times its energy cost, as well as more infected cysts. Okay. Again, shield, I just can't play it. Happens to me commonly. Just discard it because I know I won't be using it. Throw that, and then... Midwives does nothing without strength here. Damn it. Or it being upgraded at the very least, in which case it still does something. Not much, but something. Yep, should have played those in the opposite order. Oh well. Playing them in this order gets me more thorns. Maybe that's a strat. It's not, but maybe it is. A little bit more block out. Ooh, Pale Kings actually turns up at the right time for it as well. Lovely. So it was strats. It ultimately just ended up in us having extra thorns there. I don't know why I'm Hornet right now. The start of your turn, if you have infection, gain 3 block and lose 1 infection. Block gained scales with dex, and then it has infection for itself. Do we have any dex gain in this deck? No. We don't have infection enough of the time to take Glowing Womb yet, I don't think. But we do intend to add more infection? Sure. Sure, we'll try it. Okay, Apotheosis, and then... Let's just, like, insta-kill a target with the Zote's Magnificence here. I'll do that before I play the Master of Strategy, because the Pondfish is going to get me extra block for playing the Master of Strategy, though. Okay. Cloak Dash as well. Beautiful. So we're going to take no damage to these enemies and also deal nothing back, sadly. Oh, look, the rest of my damage. There are 4 attack cards in there, though. Okay, 1 more turn time from now, the Incense Burner is ready to go. But we'll leave that until then. Starting to get those thorns up. I mean, I'm intangible this turn. Maybe I don't block at all. In fact, I don't. I just play those. And in fact, it all works out for us. Intangibility works really well with infection. Who cares what level of infection you have? Old coin, a pumping up gain 300 gold. That's actually a lot better as a result of the Courier that we already have. Apply 2 poison to a random enemy 2 times. Upgrades to 3. This is still something I wouldn't even take. Like, without infection. If you consider infection a downside or a debuff, right? Which it is in its own tool buff considered a debuff. Tool buff. Tool tip, rather. But even without that, that just isn't a really good card. I guess unless you have some effects that increase the amount of times it happens or the amount of poison that it applies. Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strong. Yeah, that could happen to us in this deck, sure. I'll recall. If we very, very cleverly set up the heart fight so that the incense burner goes off on either turn 2 or 3, and that happens to be the turn that the heart is doing their 15 times multi-attack, then we can not defend, and for 15 damage, we will gain 30 thorns, and that will shred the enemy from that point on. Very far in the future to be looking, but if we get there, maybe that happens. Hopefully it does. Defenders, I guess. That's fine. Still got my point of strength. Enemies are getting to a much more decent amount of HP, which is to say low. And also they're getting similar in amounts of HP, which is really important. Want them to die very close to one another. Okay, so this one... It's not going to be enough without this, right? 41. Yeah. That'll be fine. Hey, we did actually draw directly back into Pale King's Blessing, so I can actually heal back up to completely full. I was kind of expecting that not to happen. Very glad it did, though. So now that we actually have some strength gain in the deck, this Midwife's Hunger is a lot better, but I still do need a couple of cheap attacks in the deck to actually start triggering it. Soul Strike. Mantis Mark? That's an ally. That said, what am I doing with allies right now? Midwife's Hunger. That's it. It gives us extra, but it gives us extra strength. That's really important for Midwife's Hunger. I know it was up against the Moth that I really wanted, but have to do this. Necronomicus would be double cast Zote and double cast Midwife's Hunger. That's really good. And Caridian could also be really good. Well, Nereus is really strong, but it's not interesting in the same way that the other two are. Doesn't have that same kind of like bam. Okay. Infected and defenders. And I'll Squirrel's Assistance just to keep the enemy weakened for the next turn as well. I'm not going to use Jin's Soul here. Actually, maybe I do. No, I don't use it. Because I want it to stay in the deck. Return all other infection cards from your discard, draw, and exhaust piles into your hand. I'm only going to have time to use that if I also have the Incense Burner on that turn, and that's 6 turns away, so I'm taking Hunter's Journal. Hunter's Journal first. Glowing Womb is fine as well, I guess, then. Throw it a dash and infected cysts. I'm just trying to get these enemies as poisonous as I possibly can. Void Dash could be useful, but I don't want to use it in this combat, ultimately. Like, it could be useful, but it could be rough. Let's take Cornifers as well, as an ally and a spell. There's the Apotheosis, and now we can kind of go off. Obviously, I can't Zote's Magnificence here. So we'll save Zotes for the next cycle through the deck. Every permanent ally in your deck. Oh, okay, so adding Cornifers was actually not a good idea there. Never mind. I thought it was going to be. I guess Defender's Aura is pretty good in this character's deck in general. We only get Defender's Aura on the turn the enemy is not attacking. It's really annoying. Happens constantly. Let's go Squirrels, Nail Strike. Pale King's Blessing for the heal, and then lethal for the lethal. Nunchaku, every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. Yeah, we have a lot of things insisting, hey, bud, you need to play a couple more attacks, please. So we're going to be using Milry's ideally to add those attacks to the deck for a while. I don't want to use the Cloak Dashes here. And Glowing Womb only lowers its cost, so I may as well play it right now. Sure, I'll Zotes you, I guess. Awoken Dreamnail is really good. Is it good here, though? No. No, it's just bad damage here. Return a dash from your discard pile into your hand when we play a spell. No, that's not good for us either. Yeah, we'll skip. Good Apotheosis. It's pretty much the Apotheosis run at this point in time. Pale King's Blessing just gets burned out. We don't want to have to actually use that. We have Intangibility next turn, which can be super useful. There's the second Midwife's Hunger. Yeah, that's only going to get better over time. Feel free to take that. All right, 3 attacks in this turn. Ryan, can you do it? Yes. But it relies on me not using both of these Infected Cysts, and they're really good right now. You have to use them while they're good. Especially because on that turn I was intangible, so I was not going to take 8 damage. So I can Pogo to get Defender's Aura right now, actually, and I think I will. It's a really good card against this Bronze Automaton attacking right now. So for the rest of this turn, I want to do as many attacks as possible. Oh, that'll do it. Radiance's Lament. If I cast that next turn, I would actually have the time to. But I don't think I can afford to. Right? Yeah, I would probably have the ability to get the effect out of it, but I don't want to. Because now we're just pivoting to damage. It's working pretty well so far. Hera's Nest. At the start of your turn, add 2 Nestlings to your hand, plus an additional Nestling for each ally card played for the rest of the turn after you play Hera's Nest, I'm assuming. So, yeah, well, let's give that a go. This is about defending as much as we possibly can. Not really too much I can do here, except pop up all the defensive cards I have. I no longer put Infection on myself, so I can't take the Infected Guardian there. Okay, so I'm looking for as many allies here as possible. Great, I can play exactly 1 ally after Hera's Nest. It's really, really sad. That said, I'm currently in Hornet mode, so I do want to see what these... Wait, what? There's Zotlings? Why are they Zotlings right now? I'm Hornet. Well, they deal a little bit of damage and draw a card. They're pretty good. Explosive Potions. Another Midwife's Hunger? Yeah? Extra energy is pretty important for us because we have a lot of very expensive cards in this deck. So I think I might take less map information. So I don't know who the boss is. I know where... What is it? The treasure shot, the treasure spaces can't be normal combats, I believe. Yeah, I think they're either shops or campfires. Oh well. Nothing really I can do about that right now, so we'll worry about it later. I can Zotes for a kill. Let's Glowing Womb before I Squirrels. Just in case we did hit the front liner there, which we did. Good. Thankfully we were intangible that turn, otherwise that was going to be absolute hell. Yeah, I can throw out a strike there, though. Pretty sure I had the ability to throw out a strike there without any problem. Good. Was just wondering whether or not I was not necessarily accounting for the infection level. Has happened before. That'll have to do. Power Potion, probably more important than Milkshake for us. Glowing Womb again? It just helps us purge our infection really, really quickly. Like, that's what it is. I don't really want to do that. Glowing Womb never should have been in this deck. Ryan. Mantis into Cloak Dash. Lifeblood Core is totally fine here. It was not the card I thought it was. It was still totally fine there. Yeah, I thought that was the damage yourself and start healing with regen half of that. Because after 2 turns time, that's almost paid off. After 3 turns time, it's totally paid off. So I was ready to be doing that. Oh well. I mean, hey, if lethal's there, we'll take it. Sibling Shadow, that's a 0 cost, but it's an ally, but it's a Void related? Yeah, I don't have Void related cards, sorry. I usually just take all of these when I get offered them. Violence is pretty good here. None of those are, though. Flash of Steel is great. Flash of Steel increments your soul as well, by the way. As well as is good for the Shuriken and the Nunchaku. Yeah, we're taking Flash of Steel, definitely. We'll take Violence, definitely, and probably nothing from the final one. God, I really wish I could turn that event off. I don't think it's a particularly good event. Okay, let's go for as many elites as we can get this floor. I'm going for it. Flooring the gas on this run. What? Did I not have a second infected cysts in this? Yeah, I did. Where is it? Oh, it is. Yikes. I'm blind. Huh. That explains a lot. So, do I have any more draw available? No. Oh, right, Pale King's Blessing. I can't believe I almost forgot about that. It was staring me in face the entire time, and I almost forgot that it was there. Yikes. Ideally, I wait one more turn here and then let the enemy die to the poison, just so that the Incense Burner is closer to triggering. I'll also attack one time for the sake of Nunchaku. Whenever you take damage from infection, deal that damage to all enemies this effect can stack. That is a really interesting way to go with an infection-based build. Like strong defense, infection, and broken vessel. Stacking them in particular. Whew! Let's use Pogo Strike first here. Okay, get some Midwife's Hunger. That's okay. Jack of all trades now. Parry. Gain 2 reflection if the target intends to attack. Sure. Cloak dash. Damn it. Alright, so now I'm out of the ability to actually pick up... what was it called? Apotheosis? Which is all I was looking for at that point in time. Hornets. Ooh. Or one strength at the beginning of each of your turns is actually really, really good. Mantis Mark. Oh my god, they're all really good. I have, like, more Midwife's Hungers in the deck. Or one more Midwife Hunger, singular. I could take Hornet's help here, but it's not that great right now. Is it? No. No, the strength is far better than it. And I'll take the lower cost version so that I can play everything else as well. So this is really annoying. I'm about to deal damage to the dagger in the backline where I don't need to at all. Or weaken them where I don't need to at all. Ouch. Big ol' hit right there. Did not appreciate it. It's okay. We got Pale Kings. We should be able to heal back up now. Almost all the way back up. But what we do get access to is almost lethal. I'll take Infected Attack here now. It's Poison Stab plus plus plus. I'm glad that we got a Midwives deck going off. Ooh, Ornamental Fan. Whenever you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That's actually really good with this as well. Dreamgate was not necessarily a good pickup for this deck. I thought it was going to be, and then it was okay, I guess. It was fine-ish at absolute maximum. I'll take Broken Vessel as well. That could actually be useful in this combat. Doing 10 damage if I get it now. Past the Nail Strikes mostly here. Lovely. Sharpen Shadows. While you have Void playing a dash card, will deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Upgrades to be 5. Great Slash and Grim. No. No need for any of that, though. Okay. I balanced that out exclusively so that I can Nail Strike, Quirrell, Hunger. And I can even round out the turn with a simple focus in order to heal back up to full. Pure Vessel would actually be really good for the rest of the combat. Because I know that this combat has an expiration. Pure Vessel is almost certainly not necessary, mind. But it shouldn't be useless. And Zote plus normal strike and normal defend. Hell, I'll even throw in an extra strike because I was uncertain about the whole infection mechanic right there and whether or not I was going to be low on HP. Take another Squirrel's Assistance. I'm only taking them at this point for triggers of Midwife's Hunger, but... well, I think that's fine, I guess. Let's Pogo through a Defend, because we're definitely not playing that this turn. Okay. Unfortunately, I do have to do this final attack, despite the fact I'm not going to utilize the extra energy from the Nunchaku. I do want the extra strength from the Shurikens. Or rather, from the Shuriken Singular. Okay. Just because I think the deck needs to be a little bit more dense with attacks right now. Especially because I'm only attacking this turn. So Mantis Mark to start with. I think I'll probably Zotes before I Cloak Dash here. Make sure to play 3 attacks that turn as well. Next Midwives got even better. No need to do anything with any of those. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this would be 12 by 9. By that point, it would probably be like, what, 14 by 9, maybe? 140 max. Yeah, that's not lethal. Doesn't even look like lethal. I'm gonna play this Simple Focus literally just for the 2 block it gives us with Pondfish Scales. Okay, let's just draw cards for us right now. I'm gonna Cloak Dash first, then Violence, filling my entire GD hand. Still haven't even used his Cornifers here. Okay, can I get the second Midwives in my hand in any natural fashion? Maybe. Definitely not going to be using Simple Focus, though. So I play that attack. Cornifers to draw 3. Midwives. Hey, got it with the final card as well. And it turns out I only needed 1 Midwife. So, you know, all of that effect, useless. Maximum hand size increased by 2. At the end of your turn, retain the rightmost card in your hand. Retains 1 card for every 3 in your hand. And a bunch of effects I don't want. Oh, I was supposed to skip across there. That's my bad. Whatever. Golden Egg. Whenever you add a rare card to your deck, it's upgraded. And whenever you purchase a card from the merchant, it is upgraded. I'm going to take the Sapphire Key, though. And I will try and fight that heart. It is going to be a bad idea. But, all the fun ones are. Uh-huh. Hey, and then I get to defend Azoriu at the very end of the turn as well. Lovely. Let's go Hera's Nest. I actually wish I had like a natural Heron. Wait. Oh, Zote. Zote actually got retained by the Imperial of Hats. Lovely. Let's Hera's, Zote, Flash. Okay with that Parasite. I'm not. Whew, that got way better for us. The worst case about that, the worst thing about all of that was that the Apotheosis didn't get played, but it got retained by the Pillaring Tower of Hats anyway. Yeah, we've got constant Zotlings here. Apotheosis and Zotling Plus does 1 extra damage? I've got a Zotlings a couple times there, though. Beautiful. Could take the Mothsma stack, but I think that's probably too late, and I think it's probably too slow for the final combats we're about to go up against. Oh! Hera's Nest. Lovely to see you. Bottled eggs, rather. Upon pickup, choose a card. All copies you have of that card are upgraded. All future copies you obtain of that card are upgraded. Yeah, whatever. I think we take Hera's Nest here, definitely. I think we probably also take Cornifer's Map. Every 3 turns gaining extra energy. It's pretty useful for us. Starting with extra strength is pretty good, so we'll take the Vajra. Let's card remove probably a natural strike, I'm thinking here. Vulnerability would be really good in this deck as well, and we didn't have access to that yet, so we'll happily take it here. And bounce with the rest of those. Nice! Lose Glowing Womb. Happy to do so. I kind of wanted that out of the deck the whole time. Alright, hopefully this final boss is not particularly angry at us. It's a time eater. It could be particularly angry at us. We'll see. I'm hoping to draw an attack here. It's not good. That's really, really sad. Needed to draw an attack there for the trigger of the Shuriken. Did not get it. And again, oh my god, again, I only have 2 playable attacks in hand. That's just rude. That's just rude. All right, Heroes. At least the enemy is weakened. We can Apotheosis into Defenders. Plus a Nail Strike. Quick Dash. Trying to make sure that I retain the Hunter's Journal because that turn I didn't have the time to really do anything with it, but this turn I might. I hate that so much. Both of the final cards are Hera's Nest. I have so many allies in my hand. Oh, never mind. We actually had the ability to draw them. I'm just dumb. Okay. Let's play the Dash and the Infected Cysts. I only have 3 cards I can play next turn right now, and I just put a whole bunch of minions into my deck. Sorry, into my next hand. This could be interesting. That's a lot of Zotlings. So, retain the rightmost card of your hand. Retains 1 card for every 3 in your hand. So currently I will retain 4 Zotlings, because I have 12 cards in my hand. But I think I'm probably better off just playing 3 Squirrel's Assistance this turn. And then only retaining most of my Zotlings. Well, I say most, some. At the very least, we cycle back into them, it's totally okay. Heras, I mean, the Zotlings don't count as allies for Heras, so it's fine. 2, 3, 4... I'll happily Cornifers as well. Trip before I throw out the 110 Midwife's Hunger. There's another Midwife's Hunger in the deck. I could just kill next turn. Make sure not to dilute my deck with cards that don't kill. Oh no, wait, never mind. The enemy was purging that turn. Why did I think they weren't purging that turn? I'm gonna say someone led me astray rather than the most obvious part, which is I probably just did a dumb thing. At least some intangible this turn. Because, yikes, this could be rough if that wasn't the case. Again, we'll keep all these Zotlings. And just go for the Midwife's Hunger. No need to overcomplicate that turn. So we get 885. Yeah, not a great score, not an awful one. Well, it's pretty bad. It could be worse. A little bit, I'm sure, somehow. Alright. We got some good money for this final shop. Counterbalance. During boss and elite fights, enemy strength gain, block gain, and healing is reduced by half. Strength gain reduced by half is pretty good. Slows down the heart pretty significantly. I can take that, but if I take that, I can't card remove. Fine. Fine, I'll just deal with that then. And then I'll take Lifeblood Potion, I guess, as my final. Also, the block gain being half for these enemies is pretty good. Or rather, pretty important. It'd be nice to have Piercing Wail or something like that, for the sake of the counterbalance synergy. Sadly, we don't. Alright. Let's target Trip in the other direction. I think we turn around and just start going for them. Ooh, Apotheosis already as well. Lovely. Should have done that in the opposite order, but thankfully it doesn't matter. That backliner is already dead. Yikes. This could be a problem. I'm gonna Pogo Strike in this direction right now. It's not gonna look normal, but it'll make sense possibly in a moment. Okay. Alright. So it makes sense now. I needed to make sure that the Spire Shield was going to die here so that Squirrel's Assistance weakens the Spire Spear. Yeah. Because otherwise my defense there was just going to be complete garbage. Alright, there's all our Zotlings as well. 1, 2, 3. I mean, like, we have lethal. I'm just looking to see if I can heal myself as well. Hey, and we can. Let's go for the heal and then kill the enemy. Should have incremented the Nunchaku a little bit more there. Go to face turn. When we play a power card, heal for 2 HP, as well as a strength potion. Soul Vessel. That Hunter's Journal I can take, I think. Strength potion I also kind of want to take here. Fine. Fine. Come at me, heart. So next turn, the Incense Burner is going to turn on, and the heart is either going to do the bunch of attacks in a single turn, 15 attacks in a single turn, or one single large attack. I definitely want that one single large attack. Sorry, not one single large attack, the multiple small attacks, especially because the enemy is languid. It's possible they deal no damage that turn, and they actually increase their damage to 1 a turn for the sake of the Incense Burner, and then they get to trigger 15 different instances of Wasp's Nest. That's what we're really looking for. Pogo Strike past a... So it's Magnificence probably. I don't really want to play that. Ooh, do I Horrors already? I think I do. So now, Horrors, weaken you again. And then Nail Strike, and then Midwife's Hunger at the very end of all of that. Ooh, that's a good turn. Should have gotten the Strength first, though. In fact, I should have played all of those first. Oops. Oh my god, I would have drawn so many more cards. Damn it. Exhaust the card if you do deal 3 damage. I actually probably take that just because of all of the statuses that are about to be put in my deck. It worked. Oh, but the bug has been fixed. Okay, so now, yeah, now enemies don't increase their damage to 1 if you have intangibility, but their damage is below 1 at the time. That's fine. I can still make the enemy hit me. I'm trying not to defend, damn it. How am I accidentally gaining block while I'm trying to do this? Cloak Dash is eventually going to gain its block anyway, though. Pale King's Blessing should probably be burnt. But I do still have those 2 infected cysts in the deck, but I also don't really have the ability to heal off of them. Yeah, I'm going to burn the Pale King. Quick Dash, then Cloak Dash. The Hunter's Journal. Trip into Giant Midwife's Hunger. Cloak Dash to refill my entire hand. Affected Cysts. So I can Cyst here on turn 1. It's another attack. Pretty good for us in that way. I've been holding off on using Mantis Mark just because I wanted to have Hera out first, but looks like I'm... Like, Hera is currently... Oh, Hera's not even the bottom card of my deck? I've already gone past the second Hera? I only have 1 Hera in the entire deck. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. The second Hera must have been generated from some other effect. Probably Neria's Codex, let's be honest. Yikes. It's going to be a yikes from me at me. Right there. Well, managed to keep 4 cards after all that. That's not bad. I'm gonna little fool out the slime here. Let's exhaust that violence now. 2 Midwife's Hungers. They could actually be serious something. The enemy's already weak, so... And these dashes are so garbage. Alright. I'm gonna Hera's, Midwife's Hunger, and Trip. And then next turn, I'm just gonna kill you. You're dying next turn. I've decided. It's happening. Primarily because, you forgot about Midwife's Hunger. Ooh, that's a long run, but it's our first successful one. It was a hybrid of a... Well, first successful heart run, at least. But it's a hybrid of a Infection deck and an Ally deck. Mostly based off of Apotheosis and Shuriken? Really? Because it needed to find that extra strength so that it could actually benefit from the Midwife. But it also found that a little bit in the Mantis Mark. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire modded. We have been playing the Bug Knight. It is linked in the description down below, as well as the community store page, or rather collection store page on the Steam Community Workshop that has all of the mods that I played in the series, past, present, and future. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.